Welcome to Piece by Piece, a Jigsaw puzzle platformer where we have to construct the levels to be able to solve them. I think this might be a bit similar to the Pedestrian in terms of having to join the levels in order to be able to get through them, but we'll have unique mechanics related to the fact that we're using actual Jigsaw puzzles. So let's start on the King's Quest. Level 1. So yes, we can move our little king character, isn't he cute? But we can also connect the puzzles and we get to the door. But before I go to the door, I assume this little golden piece here is something I want to collect. So I can put myself on the other side and grab it. There we go. I got it. Nothing special happened, but I assume we want to collect those, right? That's the extra challenge of this game. Here, once again, we can transfer ourselves to the other side of puzzles. Instead of doing that, we just want to go through to the exit and then get back around this way and then exit. Now we're adding swapping pieces out. So I have pieces that don't go all together. Now what's gonna happen if I go here? Do I just fall out the level? No, okay. I land on the edge of the jigsaw puzzle. So from here I can just swap this back out and jump to the puzzle and then jump to the exit. There we go. Now we're adding vertical pieces. Yes, so that goes together with this. Or I guess we want to connect it to another side so we can go in and under. So that will get us to the door, right? We can jump up here and go to the exit. But once again, it's not what we want to do. Instead, we want to bring the golden puzzle piece to us, collect it, and only then bring ourselves to the door. Now we can go up, so there are little platforms, and we can jump up. But what about that? Because to get the golden puzzle piece, we would have to fall at it from the top. So we know we don't fall out of puzzle pieces. What if I jump up and grab it? There we go. We can just get to another piece and keep ourselves there. Now, before we connect it again, I want to be on this side so that when I do make the connection and fall, I collect the puzzle and then through the door. The golden piece, once again, is directly above us, so we once again want to fall on it. Right now, I think we can only go down because we won't be able to get through the wall. We can go down here, and then we can either... Yes, we can just transfer to the top of that piece, and we fall on the golden piece. There we go. As much as we could continue just dropping down in this corridor, I don't think that's the objective. So instead, if we get back into this piece, we can then connect to this piece. So we're standing on the ground. Oh, but this is too high to jump? Yes, okay. So can't go up there, but we can connect to this piece. So now we can make it to the platforms and put the other platforms above us. This will then connect here and here. And to the door, yes. So if we jump on the little platform there, we will be able to just go through and get out of here. Another 4 pieces, and once again, we are able to connect to the right, but the golden piece is a thing that connects to the left. So from here, we can only transfer into this little corner. That will let us go onto this piece, and that piece then connects back to where the golden piece is. And it will also just connect straight back to where the door is. Some of them you can complete the whole jigsaw and have them all together. Some of them there is a spare piece. Next one, okay, more platforms going up and down. So you can start by eliminating the pieces where you can't go at the start or not, right? This one only connects here, so we will have to fall onto this piece. From here, it will only connect here, so we have to fall down here. We can't jump on that platform, but if we jump and disconnect, then we're on the bottom here and we can't jump on the platform. That would let us climb back onto the piece that was just at the bottom and therefore climb on top of that edge. And that then connects to the golden piece area. There we go. That's ours. Now the exit has this shape connector. So actually it goes down here and then we just jump off and go through. We're doing it. And this is quite fun, quite clever. I assume the mechanics will evolve and we will see more advanced mechanics. This is obviously just the start of the game. Now we start where the golden piece is, but we can't jump high enough. I assume, yeah, we can't use the little poke out piece as a ledge. No wall jumping either. This king doesn't have any parkour skills. And so with that, we need something that goes on top here. So we have two options for that, either this or this. This feels better in terms of we can actually make it on top of something. And then it will, oh, but that doesn't connect to anything. But we can transfer on top of this piece again. Then we can have a ledge here. And that does connect with the golden piece, we can pick it up. Now, in terms of the door connects here. So in order to get to the door, we may have to connect here. Then this connects here, and we connect here. We go underneath, then the door goes here. Okay, that actually forms a one big jigsaw, and we can leave. Another one with vertical falling. But this time, when we exit here, we're on the wrong side. We have to somehow switch sides between the vertical pieces to get across this wall. They connect together, and then one of them connects to the exit, but that's also on the other side. Then those two pieces have flat edges everywhere else, so that doesn't help us like swap them around or anything like that. Those two pieces also come together like this, but again, can't walk through the wall. We can just keep falling down. Oh, but I can't just connect myself here to the other side. So now I'm in the middle. I'm just not... Now I'm on the same side as the golden piece. But I need to fall down and then transfer myself to the top so that I can drop down on the piece. To exit, we just need to swap the pieces around again so that we can connect to the exit here. Jump up and get out. And that's the King's Quest complete, with all the golden pieces collected as well. And that's what we need them for. We need to pay 8 of them in order to unlock the Queen's Challenge, yes. So important to collect those. If you don't, no more levels for you. Well, let's begin on the Queen's Challenge. Okay, we get a new character, Little Queen. So far, they don't seem to have any abilities, right? They're just different visuals. Now we get different shapes. Right, not only we get round connectors, or as I learned from playing Strange Jigsaws, they're called interjams. So we have different shaped interjams. From this one, so we can only connect by swapping those two pieces, so the triangle pieces go together. Then this triangle will actually just go to where the golden puzzle is, and then we just need to make it back to the door. So we have to get here, swap this, we can connect everything together so it looks nice, and we're out of here. That's first Queen's Challenge. Continue with the different shapes, but now we've got vertical connections too. So this piece will only connect with this piece for now, like this, we can transfer. From here we can go down if we connect with, well, either this piece we just came from, which doesn't seem that worth it because we'll just fall down to where we were, or this piece we will go into this little tunnel. And we can take that on top of this connector. Now we're making a connection with a round piece, so that lets us go around and get to the door. But I don't fully want to exit yet, right? I want my golden piece. And if I replace this piece with the golden puzzle piece, then I can just hop to it and I can exit. So now we only have 3 pieces to play with, but I assume that will meet a lot of transfers. We're starting like this, so either we make this connection but then we're stuck on a wall, or we put it on top of us, then we can jump up onto the platform and we can jump up to the puzzle piece. Now to get the golden piece, we would have to be on the right side of this puzzle we're currently on, or on the top left side of this puzzle. How can we get there? Well, from here we can transfer to this side of this puzzle, and then we can transfer to here on this puzzle piece. And back to the piece we were just on, but on this side. That lets us get to the bottom here, if we just jump up. So now if I go to here, I don't fall. That lets me get to the door. But I don't want to go to the door yet. I want to go transfer to this piece and then swap those two vertically. And I have the golden piece, but now the door is below me, so I have to swap myself around again, jump up, and out we go. Once again, 3 pieces only, so we can make this. Does that help us? Not really. We can transfer ourselves here and then make the connection here. But this hole is too big. We can't jump out. We can only jump out here. Is there some sort of silliness where if we swap the pieces quick enough, right? If I just leave it nearby, jump to here, go quick, then go back? Yes, then I can jump onto here. So it requires a little bit of timing, but then I can connect this, get the golden piece, and get to the door. Now we start with a nice connected puzzle, but we will need to destroy it. We can't go down through those platforms here. Like, it's not like a platformer thing. Sometimes you get those platforms where you can press down to go down, but this doesn't work. So we don't want to fall down this hole because we will be stuck, I think. So we want to put another piece here to connect. There is another piece that connects here. Okay, well, I guess we want to cross over because then we may be able to connect with something else, right? If we go here, we can fall on this. And then actually, if we reconstruct the whole thing, yes, we can jump up here. We just need to move the pieces as we're doing so, because then we're able to get up here and we will be above the door. So that will get us to the exit. But once again, I don't want to be in the exit yet. I want to get to the golden piece. If I go up here, those two connect like this. I can transfer myself here, but does that help me? Because I can't jump up, and if I go here, yeah, I will be on the ledges and I can't go down through them. So potentially that's not it. If I go back to the door and try to write the door piece first, or maybe this corner piece as well. Does it connect to anything interesting? It connects above the door, or it connects above here. And then I'm on this side, and then if I make this connection, the golden piece is mine. And then all I need to do is find a way back to the door. For that, oh, I can jump up those platforms. I can't go down through them, but I can go up, which then lets me swap to this piece again. And then we just reconstruct everything. Jump up and detach to get on this edge, and then we can go to the door. And it's done! Flat sides need other pieces to connect. Okay, so previously we could not connect any flat sides, the pieces would just pop apart. But what this is telling us, if we have other pieces connecting, right, so those two pieces here, this piece and this piece connects to each other, and then this piece and this piece, even though they have no connectors, they will snap together. Now, once again, that gets us to the door, but not to the golden piece. However, we should be able also to swap the two sides, and then we get the golden piece, and we get the door, and everything is done. The world's cracking apart. Flat sides can stay connected. Okay, so now if we put this together, everything is connected. If I remove the pieces that were connecting, the bottom is still connected despite the flat edges, as long as I don't move them. Which then means what? I can swap those two pieces at the top, and everything stays connected still, even though everything is connected with flat edges, right? Sneaky, sneaky. That then allows us to change the arrangement of things. But how we do that to get to the golden piece, right? Because we would want the golden piece to be on this side of us. So we can swap ourselves at the bottom here and do this, because now the top two edges staying connected means the rest of the jigsaw can be connected, and all we need to do now is hop up and get to the door and get out of here. But the crack is getting bigger. 4 pieces again, some flat edges. So we stopped using the triangle connectors for now because we're focusing on the flat edges. So we're on a piece and we can only get through a flat edge now, which means we have to figure out how we connect this piece next to us here. To do that, because this one has a flat top edge as well, that means the connection will exist at the bottom. So actually this is the only way we can do this. So now we can transfer to this piece here, or if we jump, we can be on this piece here. Where to from here? We can make a connection to here, and actually that just takes us to the door, but I don't want to go to the door just yet. We can make the 2 flat edges connect here. So we have the little platforms we can go down. The golden puzzle will go down here, and actually we can just go and grab it. So now we just need to transfer the door back to where it was, and we should be done. Yep, so now we got the door on top there. If we jump to where it is, disconnect this puzzle piece, we can just go to the door, And we're down. We're breaking the world, but we don't care. We just want to do jigsaws. The universe be damned if I can't have my puzzles. Again, we have to exit for a flat edge, so this piece above is probably where we're aiming to. And then those two will connect if this goes on top here and this goes on top here. So we can hop out. Now we can swap to either this piece, well, with the golden piece, but it has a wall on it, so it won't help. So basically only this will help. We can go here, and that will then connect with this piece if we move that flat edge away, because you can't put a flat edge against somewhere that actually has a connection. We can't jump up to it, disconnect. Then we're next to the door, but once again, no door until golden piece. This will connect to here. Can we make it so we can jump up to here? There we're on this piece, which will connect with this, transfer to here. I'm just looking at how do we get to this golden piece? Because we could fall from the top like this, if we can make it connect. That won't connect because all the flat edges are facing each other, but this will connect. And then we do get the golden piece. So now we just have to do little swaps, and so we can fall back down to where the door is. Just a bigger and bigger crack, nothing to worry about. Okay, again, exit through flat edge. We now have two options for which flat edge we can exit through. So which one is going to work? I think not this one, because on our puzzle the connection is up, and on this puzzle the connection is only down, so we won't be able to complete something else, which means it has to be those two that come together. So this one, no, it has to go on top. It has to go on top, and then the connection here. It's that connects it like this. We can exit this puzzle, pop ourselves over so we have room to jump. Now we'll end up on another flat edge, so we can try and connect to here. Can we connect to here? Or we can try to connect to here, because that's where the door is. That's probably where we want to go. That will be through connecting pieces at the bottom. So that will go here, and then this will go here, and everything snaps together. But once again, we're not ready to leave yet. We want to go up now. We want to go up, and therefore swap those two together. Can this all connect like this? No, because the connectors we have are facing different ways. But there isn't anything else that will have a flat edge at the bottom to connect to us. This is probably like we needed to connect this and then leave those pieces together to do swaps. So if we connect them again like this, then don't disconnect those two pieces. We can stick this up here and then transfer this here. Yes, the flat edge will connect, and then we can jump. We have to disconnect this piece so we can land. Grab the golden piece, then it won't just slot back in, so we need to reconstruct that connection. So to do that, we have to snap ourselves down here, make that connect, and then we have to transfer ourselves up. Yes, and then we fall down, and then we can go to the door. There we go. We've got all the golden pieces, and we've completed the Queen's challenge, and now the world has broken apart, and there are more jigsaws. Yes, so here we can open more boxes, we can do more jigsaws, we can do more puzzles. Yep, that's all fully complete. Now we have a selection. Orbital portals, deep dive, gyro gears, sticky sketches, Fae Flip, and cyber copy. So each of them costs 4, which means we could go to anything we wanted, but I'm like, they may build up on the different mechanics, they add up together, so potentially going in order might be the smart choice. So let's go to orbital portals. This looks like space. Yes, we're a little alien astronaut. Look at how cute we are. So what's going on here? I guess that's the exit, but we can't go to the exit. We need to find our way around to get to the golden piece. And to the exit. But this all connects together. Oh, and there are portals. And I was like, how do we go there? But apparently if we build the whole thing, new mechanic appears. So now we exit. Okay, so now our first focus, therefore, is to connect pieces together, find what happens. Now we get a portal to here, but... yeah, okay, that's tall enough for us to jump. After that, when we're here, we swap the connections, and the portal takes us to the door? Yes, it does. Okay, so I think there is like a black section on the pieces we can see. This is the most I can zoom in, but yes, there are black pieces, so if two puzzles with black pieces connect through multiple other pieces is fine. Then the portals appear, but we don't conserve our energy, right? So if we jump up, we don't go through the portal up, we still fall down. But yes, we can loop ourselves, which means we could take it out while we're here, right? Be in this piece. That lets us go to the door, right? But we don't yet want to go to the door. We want the golden piece. We always want the golden piece. I've scrolled that all the way out and there is some things on the edges. Like, wait, it's all puzzles? Always has been. Just little corner memes. And a little mug with strawberry milk and chocolate puzzle pieces. Quite cute. Puzzle pieces in a lava lamp. Well, well, well. So how can I jump to this puzzle piece, right? If the portal keeps me moving. Well, I guess if I was looping myself... Can I even get out of here? Do I have to restart? If I was looping myself, but then immediately disconnect as I come out. I'm just standing here and then I can jump and connect it? Okay. It wasn't as complicated as I was expecting. I was trying to actually use, you know, portal logic of coming out the portal at speed. No, instead, okay, now we got flat edges, so that feels to me like we will be playing with the flat edge connections for sure. This is what I was thinking about with the whole, oh, we can go to any puzzle box, but if we can go to any puzzle box, there might be issues with mechanics we don't understand yet. Now we've got 3 portals connected and they're not active because I guess they have to be paired. So we have to disconnect that, then we can put that back in here, right? And then we can go collect the golden piece. Then if we take out this bottom piece, that will let us go to that portal, except we can't jump high enough. But if we just do this, take out this piece, then we can go to the portal and we can exit. Now we got 5 pieces, portals on 3 of them, so we could again be here, go up, then disconnect. But here we won't be able to just jump to the golden puzzle, it's too high up. We can make the pieces connect here. That gives us a portal. We could put it here and that gets us to the door. But again, we can't return to this portal, it's too high up. So we somehow want to find ourselves on the top of this ledge here so we can jump into it and the golden puzzle. To get to the top of that ledge, we could connect the puzzle we're on with that ledge. That solves it. And then we're here, right? Then we can jump to that golden piece. And now, yeah, we just have to... I should have activated the portal as well when I was doing that, but I did not. I want to connect this and this, because then if I jump through the portal, I can go to the door. And we're there. Okay. That's a shorter one there. Like, that wasn't as long as the initial 2 puzzles. And then we can also go to the deep delve. So what's awaiting us here? Is it some sort of cave? Oh, now we're a little miner dude. But even though we're a miner dude, we can't just punch our way through walls. Ah, no, we can. We can just do it through the walls that look like they have ore in them. Okay, well, that's a new mechanic for sure. But I guess some of the mechanics might just be unique to one box. So once we've used the map, we don't get to do them in different boxes. So we didn't actually have to worry about, oh, if I pick a box at the end, I may not know how to solve it. So that takes us here next to the door, but I don't want to be next to the door yet. I want to be next to the puzzle. That requires me to be able to go over there. How can we get to the golden puzzle? Because it would have to be from down here, right? We would have to make this connection, which means we're here now. Then that's here. But okay, we can jump high enough. I was like, oh, is that not too high up? It's not. And then we can exit. Okay, here, in theory, the golden puzzle is right next to us. But, yeah, if we start digging, we just keep digging, right? We don't get to change direction, which means we have to come at it from below. Because once again, now we can make the connection that would take us to the exit. But we don't want that quite yet. So we have to loop around. We have to go down, then we have to go around, and then we get to go up. And then we just do it back again. Ah, yes, before that, let's look at what around our levels. Okay, now we have like a tape player. Ah, that lets us change the music actually. And then we've got a periodic table, because yeah, I guess we're dealing with various crystals and minerals. Little salt lamp. Cute. So they have a different theme for our table for everything. And off we go to the next level. Okay, more of that. So now we have to loop around the boxes again in order to get the golden piece. There's a little canary living here. Now if we hit the edge, yeah, it returns us back. So we have to make a valid move. So we can go to somewhere where there is an empty space. And now if we just switch to the door piece. Ah, no, if we switch to the door piece, this is too high up. So we can go back to where we started. That's allowed. But how do we make the connection to the exit? I guess if we're just here. If we're being returned, can we like move to the side? No, we don't completely have no control when we're digging. But we could potentially, if we go back to the start, can we jump and drill? Right? Can we jump and drill in this level? And then while he's doing that, we swap the pieces, and yes, he comes up here on the higher level, and we can exit. No, more pieces now, and we go back to having triangle and round interjams, and also doing flat edges. So the triangles, this is the only connection they make, but we have lots of options for the round pieces. We can get ourselves stuck here, right, where we're gonna start bouncing back and forth. Then we can transfer to this piece. We still bounce back and forth, but then we can transfer to this piece, get the golden piece. And then we just stick the exit onto the end here, and we'll be able to complete the level. Did it. More pieces now. Okay, so the exit is all around surrounded by the digging areas, which means we need to fall out somehow out of it. But as always, before we even get to that, how do we get the golden piece? We have options to come out of where we are through a piece like this. Then that will connect to here. And that will connect back to where the golden piece is, so we can take it. Now, how do we deal with the door? The door will connect to here, but with this configuration, yeah, we will just start bouncing back and forth, so that doesn't take us there. We can return here, connect here, and connect back to this tile. That will connect to the door at the bottom, but again, we won't go through. We can just make a bigger dig area. But we will still just bounce, unless we, of course, disconnect ourselves here. We're bouncing up and down. Can we help this in some way? Only this piece connects with the door piece here, right? We don't have any other round connections that work. So that would have to be like this. But this also goes at the top, and therefore this also goes at the top. But that doesn't immediately help us. Can we get on top of this piece somehow, right? Because that would mean we can drill down wherever we want. It does have a flat edge on top, so it would have to work with that. This is the only other piece it will connect with. That would go on top, and this would then snap to the top. But we would have to be in this little pocket for that to work. To get to this little pocket, however, how would we go there? We would have to be in this bigger pocket. Okay, we can be in this bigger pocket if we just jump up and connect ourselves here. And now we can drill into the small pocket. And then we're able to transfer everything up here. Okay, and then we drill down to the door area, and we're out. And that's the deep delve complete with all the golden pieces as well. Oh, and now we get into space mining. So it actually does unlock another series of puzzles that will use the mechanics of those two things connected together. Okay, so there's hidden levels. I was like, oh, there's just some extra puzzle boxes. There's more and they go deeper, which means for those two other areas, we will also have 2 selections of puzzles and then some sort of connected puzzle. And who knows, maybe at the end that will unlock a big box that mixes everything together. So let's check out space mining. Yes, this is a mixed level. So we have a mine level piece and we have 2 space levels, but we have the little alien, so we're not able to drill, right? We're able to connect everything and make a portal. Ah, okay. As we go through the levels, we actually turn into the character based on the level theme. So the mechanics are connecting. So now if we want to get through to the door, we actually have to avoid the portals being activated. So for that, I want to get in here and then disconnect this piece so the portal is off, and then we can go past and we can go out. There you go, little alien. Door is on the tile we're on, but the golden piece is over there next to a portal. How can we get to this portal? Well, we can make it connect, but first we would have to get in there. We can get our drill guide there and then put another piece to connect. Then we're into this section. From here we can get in here. That will let us go on top of this piece. And we can also transfer to here. That doesn't get us anywhere. But we can also get on top here, and then if we transfer to here, we can get to the portal and we can get to the puzzle piece. From here, we just need to get to the door. To get to the door, do we need to exit through the portal or do we need to exit through... we just need to transfer to here, and that's done. Now we got this piece for the mining where we could transfer either vertically or horizontally. So doing this... that way lets us go through the portal and fall out. That then lets us to transfer onto this vertical piece, and we can drill down to where the golden puzzle is, pick it up, and now we need to make a connection that takes us to the door. We can't just drill up, but when we're drilling up, swap this piece to the top, and then we can hop up, and out the door we go. More mixed pieces. Okay, so there's portal under us and there's portal where the door is. But to get to the golden piece, we go through the mining. If we connect this, we can jump to a different space piece that can then connect to somewhere else. That will lock us in, so that's unhelpful. We can also go on top of this mining piece with this connection. Then we can drill down, pick up the golden piece. From here, can we connect to the portal? We could, if we make the flat edges connect, because we can drill down, then we can drill to this side, jump to the portal and to the door. Level complete. Another level here. Okay, so we have access to a portal here. Once again, those are go up platforms but not go down. But we can connect this and that will just get us to this portal. So that gets us to this piece. It can also connect to this piece to get to another portal, which will then not connect to this piece. Okay, that would be too easy. Well, if we return to this portal, we can also transfer to the top layer. From the top layer, we can connect to here. We can connect to here, be on the bottom of the space piece again. And that will connect to the puzzle piece. Oh, but still not make the right level of connection. I mean, there are flat edges here, and potentially there is a way to make some of the flat edges connecting if we find the right way to do other connections. Maybe not, because we only have two pieces that make vertical connections and they can connect with each other, but they're not facing the same way. So then that doesn't give us an opportunity to connect a flat edge. We can't make a continuous path. So what actually connects to the golden piece? This from this side, or... yeah, basically this from this side. So we have to make it to this corner here. And there could be... the door piece goes underneath it. Like, potentially there's a way to jump up and drill through it. And to get to the door piece, we would be coming from this other side, which can be achieved if this is connected and we can get to this portal. So now we here, disconnect this, right? We are through to the door, but we don't want to exit through the door. We want to drill up. So we're here, then swap around to the golden piece. Then we can swap back around, drill down, get to the door. Not done yet. Now we have 3 pieces. So once again, I expect a lot of swapping back and forth until we can get something. So all the pieces are kind of mine-themed pieces, but there are also portals, right? So where can we go from here? Because we only have 3 pieces, we won't make any flat edge connections. So we can connect those two, but obviously we can't go down right now. those two, can we drill up a layer? Because we've solved a puzzle like this before, but now I jump and he won't drill into that layer? Why not? Ah, there we go. Okay, I can't be holding jump while that's happening. Okay, so now if I do that, I need to take this piece off and then transfer to here while he's bouncing. Then I can either use the teleporter or I can just drill up. If I drill up, I need to disconnect this piece so we don't teleport back down. From here, we can connect here to drill. And then we can drill around to go to the golden piece. Return to here, swap out the pieces so that I can drill through the door. Okay, the only difficulty here was that if you want to drill to the side, you can't be holding up. You go up to jump and then press side without holding up. Okay, now we're the little alien again, but other pieces are all drilling pieces. What connection can we make? We can do a down and we could drill to here, or we can do this side, but that's a wall, so no. So yes, we have to do down here, and then we'll drill down and down to here. Because this is all flat edges, therefore we're making flat edge connections. But that means, yes, here we can't go anywhere, but that now means we can swap the top pieces to make another flat edge connection here. So now we can drill up all the way to the teleporter, and then now we're in this piece. From here, we will be able to go over there if we swap those pieces around. Okay, so if we disconnect the teleporter, we can drill up, get the golden puzzle. Now we have to find a way to get to the door, which will be being on this piece. So if we just go through here, the teleporter, we can put ourselves on top of the door and just drill down and exit. Okay, 4 more pieces. And the golden puzzle's at the bottom, the door is underneath us, so we have to do some sort of a round trip around here. So immediately the only connection we can make is this, right? Start drilling in here across. And then we can connect this, or well, this would get us stuck in the wall, so that's pointless. So we have to drill across to this piece. That will let us go around to the bottom. And then, yes, if we just swap this around, then we will drill to where the golden piece is. That's nice, but now we need to go to the door. If we can get into the teleporter, we will be able to hop up. That requires being in the middle. Get to the middle. We probably have to do some transfers while we're bouncing into this thing. So we can get to here, and then we can swap this piece we were just into this side, and we are able to jump. Then once again we start digging, replace this piece with the teleporter piece, and then we connect everything back up together, come out here, jump, jump, jump. And we're out. 5 pieces now. Things are getting more complicated because we have to pay attention to more connections. This thing is just flat edges other than this top piece, so we have to figure out some connections that let us accommodate that, which will be this, yes. Then we can exit, drill up, we can teleport to this side. So now we have to make a connection to the other side. We can do that if we use those 2 pieces and again connect underneath. That will let us get bouncing in here to make another connection to here. Yes, that gets us on the top edge at least. We would want to be at the bottom in order to get that golden piece though. How can we be at the bottom? If we're coming out this piece, we can do that with a teleporter. Okay, there's multiple steps we have to account for here. So to get into this teleporter piece is where we started, but at the bottom. We would have to drill through like this, but we will have to get into that drilling section then. So all we have to do is make this all connect and set ourselves down here. Then that takes us to the teleporter section. Then we just make this connect, go in the teleporter, we come out here. And then we just have to make those pieces connect. Oh, we can't make them connect though, because this one has a hole. Oh, but the digging piece comes out there. Okay, we can make that connect. So if we make this connection, go into the digging piece, and as we dig, swatch this here, we can get the golden piece. Now, to get to the door, what we need to do? It needs to be from the top or from the left side. So actually, if we dig through the piece we just used to start with, we have to return to the top again. So we gotta make the flat edges meet again to activate the teleporters. So this will work. So what even connects to this door, right? If we do this, this all connects with the portals, but there's no access to the door. However, now we have those two pieces at the edge, at the bottom stuck together. We can swap that, and this now connects to the door. So now we just have to make it to this piece. To make it to this piece, we can swap that around. We go digging, put that piece here. We're there. Then put that piece over here. Yes, we can jump up, get in the door. There is more. We're not finished. Less pieces again, but more connections because we can do the various mining different ways. This piece will only connect here to start. So then we can go across to here potentially, or we could start bouncing, although I'm not sure how bouncing helps right this second. This one has flat edges, so it could connect by flat edge. I think it's a possibility with the collection we have here. Teleporters are also involved. I'm trying to think how do we even get this golden piece, because you would have to come from the top of it, which means you have to come from that side of the piece, but we would have to be drilling across here for that. Is that even a possibility? Not sure right now. Right now what we can do is drill vertically here, and that will let us go to a piece above. Yes, so we can be here. Now we got some other connections available to us. So that can connect again like here. That gets us to this teleporter, because now we could drill up and then teleporter is available, right? We end up here. From that, well, we can connect again at the bottom, but that just connects to this piece. Then we're here. Drilling down just gets us to a place we were already at, so not super interesting. What are the other options then? Well, this all connects in a way where some flat edges are together, but doesn't quite get us a path just yet. Back to this tile. Are there any better connections we can make? I mean, we can make this teleporter accessible from here. That then lets us be in this top section drilling. So if I come through here and start drilling here, I can get myself stuck, and I can make the connection here then, right? So then I'm able to drill here and down here for the golden piece. Now to get to the door, I just need to get a teleporter, because there's a teleporter where the door is. So like this connection would work. I just need to get to where the teleporter is again, or the other one. Just any of those connections would work. I just have to figure out how to transfer there. So we can go back here, then we can transfer to this. That links this teleporter, but it doesn't link to those pieces. We can link that. We can't have 3 teleporters at the same time, so we have to get to this teleporter first, then make this link. Oh, but we don't have enough room to like walk away. Okay, so it can't just be in this corner, but if we do this, we can fall down and then we can jump up and we will come out of the teleporter and we're able to. And that's space mining all complete with all of the golden puzzles. So I think we had a good look at this game, and it's definitely really fun, and lots of different mechanics coming together is making the puzzles evolve in various ways. So we've got 4 more basic puzzle boxes to go through, which will then, I presume, lead to the mixed mechanics, which again may at the end of the game lead to some giant puzzle box with lots of different mechanics. But I think that will be enough for this first video about piece by piece. I'm really enjoying this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this too. If you did, leave me a comment, like, or subscribe to the channel to let me know what you think about this one. As always, thank you to channel members for supporting the channel, and I will see you soon on another adventure.